Hello guys, this is Zoe Delali, and this is a brief very detailed video exclusively for Mr. Shadrach. Yes, Mr. Shadrach and any other person who wants to understand entering and placing a trade from the signals quickly. Okay, so first of all, what you need is, of course, your Exness broker and MetaTrader 5. That's if you're using a real account. But if you're using a demo account, all you need is MetaTrader 5. Okay, and then with MetaTrader 5, you just have to have a demo account. That's all you need. So first of all, if you want to be able to place a trade when the signals are sent, it's quite simple. Okay, because most of the signals are, the analysis has already been done, so you just have to follow the trade and then be able to profit. So the most important thing is, there are 3 steps into entering the trade. The first step is the entry. You have to take note of the entry zone and place your trade when the market gets into your entry zone. Okay. Then the second thing to do is to place your risk management. That is the stop loss and then the take profit. Okay, stop loss and take profit. Then the third thing to do is to, of course, place the trade and do your calculated risk. Okay, so I'll explain these 3 things in this video. Now, before I explain them, I want you to understand what's here on the chart. So when you go to the chart, that's it's down here. You can see a lot of things. Okay, a lot of things. That's the chart. But I'll just be quick about explaining the tools that we need. I want you to ignore this here. Okay, that's the RSI, the relative strength index. It's an indicator. It helps you do your analysis and generate signals. Okay, so this is not needed for you at the moment. And I want you to ignore these green and red lines on the chart. If possible, let me just get rid of them until the video is done. They are also indicators. Okay, so I'll just get rid of them for now, so you can see the chart quite okay and well. So okay, so this is the chart. Okay, so let's say, using the example of the signal we just sent to the platform, Euro New Zealand dollar, that's Euro NSD. So this is the Euro NSD market in the 4-hour time frame. You can see the time frame from here at the top left corner. Okay, that means that every bar you can see here is 4 hours. Okay, so it means that this bar is 4 hours, this bar is 4 hours, this bar is 4 hours. So when it was 4 hours prior to right now, it is a bullish market. The market moved from down here all the way to up here, and the 4 hours before the 4 hours we have right now, the market was bearish. It fell from top here to the down here. That's why it's red. So yes, that's for the time frame. And this plus you can see over here is just kind of like a marker to let you navigate the bars and know exactly what time it is. So for example, this bar that I said was 4 hours. You can see when you put the plus marker on the bar, you can see 26th August down here. Yeah, let me use this to show you. You can just look at the button here, right here. You can see 25th August, 8 o'clock. That's 20:0. That's 8 p.m. And right now it's almost midnight. That means this bar is indicating what has happened to the price of the market for the past 4 hours, from 8 p.m. till now. So at midnight, a new bar will be formed, a new candlestick will be formed for the next market movement. Do you understand? I hope so. You understand. I hope you understand. I'm sure you understand. So that's for the time frame, and that's for this plus icon. You can use it to navigate the time frame, and use it to also navigate the price action on your right side here, right here. Okay, then you have this, the F, slanted F kind of mathematical figure. That's the indicator, so that you don't need it for entering signals. Okay, then you have this, that's kind of like a square and a triangle and a circle intertwined together right here. Yeah, that is the objects, okay, and you're going to need that to enter the trade. Yeah, you don't necessarily need it, but I want you to use it to make things easier for you. So before you even continue with this video, I want you to take a book and a pen and write down the most important things that you might forget in chronological order, okay, respectively, to understand and be able to follow when you are placing your trades. So this over there is the objects window, and in the objects window, that's where I want you to place horizontal lines. So you can have so many objects here. There are lines, tangents, everything, parallel lines, everything, but the most important one for now is the horizontal lines. That's the first one right here. So the first thing I want you to do is place that line, and by placing that line is very simple. You just go there and you press it and you tap the chart. Now when you tap the chart, you can see that there's this line here moving up and down. It came because I went to select a horizontal line. Okay, now let's use the USD signal. Now when the USD signal comes, it came with sell USD at 1.7977 to 1.8005. So what I want you to do is take this line and move it all the way to 1.7977 right there. Okay, just try your best to get as accurate as possible. If you're not able to do that, you can tap on the line and go to the properties. When you go to the properties, you can easily enter the 1.7977. But if you don't have time for that, just try your best to use your hand to put it at that side. Okay, 1.7977, and hold the line and copy it. When you copy, a copy will be made on the chart. You see, now that's another line, and place it at the other point. That's 1.8005. That was given in the signal. So now you have two lines representing your entry zone. So this is your entry zone. This is the zone where the market has to be for you to place your trade. Okay, so when you have these two lines, you'll be able to know that, okay, when the market is not inside this space, it's either I've been too late to see the signal, or I'm supposed to wait for a reversal for the market to come into this entry before I place my trade. That's all for the entry zone. Okay, so first point tackled, 2 more points to go, right? Okay, now these are the two other points. Now let's say, for example, right now the market, as we can see, it's inside the entry zone. Okay, it's inside the entry zone. So now what I'll do is, now assuming you are using a capital of $20, so this account is a capital of $20, so that's a $20 account. Okay, so now if you're using a capital of $20, which is the least amount of money I think any trader should use, because anything less than that, your account can easily be liquidated if it's going in the negatives. Now with this $20 account, the maximum lot size you can use 0.01, right? So you know that your lot size is 0.01. Take note of that, first thing. Second thing to take note of is your stop loss and take profit, which is the second point I'm supposed to clear. So now this is what stop loss and take profit is. Stop loss means stop loss. It means when the market gets to this point, stop my loss. Take profit is when the market gets to this point, take my profit. Now if you remember, when you are selling in the market, you are predicting a down movement, right? You are predicting that the market is going to move from here downwards. That is why you set your take profit below the sell, so that when it gets here, whether you are online or not, the market will close the trade with your profit. That's take profit. But when it reverses and it doesn't go your way and it's going into your negative, that means you're losing money. Stop loss is there to make the market close when it gets to this point, to stop your loss. Do you get it? I think this is quite simple, and well, even if it's not simple, you guys are smart, so you guys understand it. So that's for stop loss and that's for take profit. Take profit and stop loss are risk management tools that make you a very disciplined trader. Okay, so stop my loss, take my profit. That's what stop loss and take profit are for. Unfortunately, the signals being sent on this platform already, we've given you the stop loss and the take profit. Okay, so that's for stop loss and take profit. Now, before we do, so second point cleared. Now, before we do the third point, which is calculated risk, let's perform an entry right now. Okay, I've already done that, but let me assume that I haven't. So this is what I'll do. A signal is sent, sell you NSD at 1.7977 to 1.8005. And the market is in the entry zone after I've drawn my boundary, right? I've drawn my boundary with the objects tab here, and the market is in the entry zone. Now, what do? I go to trade. Okay, you can go to trade by pressing the trade down here in the middle here and pressing the plus icon at the top right corner here. But most of what I do and what I think you should do is just use the chart, tap on the chart and press trade. Tap on the chart, not any of the lines, tap on the chart, because if you tap on a line you see something else, which I can explain later. So tap on the chart and press trade. Now when you see the trade, of course, the first thing is this market execution. You have your pending orders there. Forget about that one. If you've not learned stop loss, sell limits and buy limits and all that, forget about it. We don't need it right now. Just focus on the next thing, which is the lot sizes. You know your account is $20 or less, or whatever your account size is. You just follow the Zoe Millionaires tip, where you can see account sizes to their respective lot sizes that you should use, and follow from there. Okay, if you want that table, just let me know. I'll send it to you. But if you're using $20, you know the least lot size you should use is 0.01. So that's 0.01 right there. So now 0.01 is there. Now you look at the signal and you look for the stop loss and the take profit and say, okay, the stop loss is 1.8065. So you put in there 1.8065 as stop loss. Then you go to your take profit and put in the take profit 1. That's TP1. That's 1.7927. Yes. And then you can see fail policy. Ignore fail policy. Let it be fail or kill. Just ignore it. Then you place your order. It's a what? Sell your NSD. That means you go for the sell, right? Sell here. So when you do that, now you see it's done. Now the market you have automatically put placing a sell. Okay, so that's a sell. You can see it has been added to what was already here. This one, yeah. That's a sell. Let me delete this one because lot sizes. Okay, this is quite simple. Okay, any questions, just send it to me personally and I'll answer them. Now let me do calculated risk in this video to cover up quite some things. So now you see I have two cells here. Of both of them are 0.01, right? Now there's another thing apart from calculated risk, which is maximizing profits. That means even though you are being risk careful to not lose money, too much money, that's why you have your stop loss and all that, you should also be very smart to get as much profit as possible. That means that once your first sell, let's assume that this account size can open two 0.01s, because right now I have two 0.01s, but normally it should be just one. So now there are two. Okay, now let's assume it can open two. So when you open two trades like this on one signal, what you should do is that's the reason why there are multiple take profits and just one stop loss. Stop loss is just always one, but you set the stop loss for both of them, which is the same thing. But the take profit, this is what you do. You keep the lower one. That's you see the one above, the one lower to the chart here, because you can see that this cell is closer to take profit than the cell above it. So if you use the cell above it for this take profit, you get more, right? So let's even tap on it and show you. With MT5, if you tap, you can see, if I tap this cell, I can see I'm getting $3.1 if it hits my take profit. If I tap this cell, I'm getting $3.54 if I hit my profit. That means that this one is a better option, right? So you keep take profit one on that one, and you go to the second one, which is less, and go to modify. You can use this here, but I'll just teach you the manual way. You can use this, so you can try that later on your demo accounts. But you can use this manually if you want to follow detailed. And you just you can take note of it here that that's the one at 1.7976. so you just go to it at the top here, press it and press modify position, and go and change the take profits to take profits 2. That's the TP2 that was sent with the signal. You can do that now, or you can do that when you are already placing the trade, whichever one you want to do it, however way, that's okay. So that's how to maximize profit. So now when the market hits TP1, your trade will automatically close at $3.54, but the other one will still be open because that one's take profit will be at TP2. Okay, but as soon as that happens, remember you have to break even, and by breaking even it means you're going to move your stop loss. That's this stop loss over here. You're going to move it to the entry zone. So it means that after you hit TP1 with the $3 and the other one is still open, because the market can keep on going down and hit your other profit. So to prevent you from losing any money after hitting TP1, you have to go and modify the trade, the one that's still open, and put the stop loss as your entry. That's put your stop loss at where you actually enter the market. Okay, the same price line. Okay, so you do that. That's break even. Okay, that also been covered. Now calculated risk. Now calculated risk is something I brought about to make sure that your risk management is at its most accurate form, where you're not losing money that will make your emotions come out and stir up the place. But I think I'll do that in another video actually, because this video is quite taking a lot of time, and yeah, so either I'll do that in another video, in another session or something. But I think with knowing how to enter the market and putting your stop loss and take profits, you are already a profitable trader when you are following our signals diligently. So please be patient for the market to hit take profit. Always remember to break even if you have another open trade in the market. Always stop loss are where you actually enter the market. Okay, the same price line. Okay, so you do that. That's break even. Okay, that also been covered. Now calculated risk. Now calculated risk is something I brought about to make sure that your risk management is at its most accurate form, where you're not losing money that will make your emotions come out and stir up the place. But I think I'll do that in another video actually, because this video is quite taking a lot of time, and yeah, so either I'll do that in another video, in another session or something. But I think with knowing how to enter the market and putting your stop loss and take profits, you are already a profitable trader when you are following our signals diligently. So please be patient for the market to hit take profit. Always remember to break even if you have another open trade in the market. Always follow exactly the numbers that are given to you, the entry zones and the take profit and the stop loss, everything. Calculated risk will be explained later. Okay, and please obey the lot sizes. Follow the Zoe Millionaires multi-table chart and obey the lot sizes, and you're good to go. Thank you very much for watching and listening to this video. God bless the patient and hardworking. God bless you for trying to understand how to be financially stable in this world until we meet again in heaven. Yeah.